I'm mad at everything.
You came to me yesterday, 2 days ago,
Yeah.
and said, let's podcast. Or it's
Yeah.
time to podcast. I said, okay.
Yeah, I got 14 things that causes me distress, and I
Yeah.
feel like you're the best venting space for it.
Yeah, that's what we're here for. That's why we're here for each other, and that's why we're here for our CP enjoyers at home.
Yeah.
Nobody that listens to this podcast is not. Everyone that listens to this is severely mentally ill. I think that's pretty apparent.
Those of you who enjoy Winning Time Tapes, which this will also go up on.
Oh yes, let's get the promos out. Let's get the promos out of the way. Do you have any dates coming up?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to a pumpkin patch on Sunday. See me there at Bishop's in Woodland, Yuba City adjacent.
I'll be out possibly tonight. Depends if she gets her period or not. Her choice, not mine. I don't care. I'm down to hang out whenever.
Oh, I thought it was like her choice to have it.
Yeah, she's.
And I'm like,
where's that technology where you can just like delay it?
They have that.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh, like birth control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Birth control really fucks up the hormones, I found out.
Yeah. Oh, dude. My girlfriend in high school, she didn't take the pill. She got, I think it was called the Depo shot.
Yeah.
Do they still do that?
Yes. I have friends on that.
Is that still terrible? Because that, like, fucked her up. Like,
yeah,
she's not having a good time.
Like, I have one friend who's on that who's just sick always.
Mm-hmm.
Just every 2 weeks is in ER for something.
Mm-hmm. I think of all forms of birth control, the pull-out method is definitely
the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I insane? Like,
no.
I feel like everyone I know that had an unwanted child, an unwanted pregnancy,
just went inside.
Was busting inside.
Yeah.
Like, whenever I asked guys, I was like, "Well, did you pull out?" No.
No, absolutely.
And I'm like, "What did you think was gonna happen?"
I just wanted to have fun.
Yeah.
I wanted to maximize my time.
Yeah, like have some fucking self-discipline, bro.
And that's big coming from us.
Yeah, 60 hours in like a week on God of War Ragnarok last month.
Oh, nice.
What else have I been indulging in? Diablo, like 200 hours in the last 2 months. But yeah, we had one pregnancy that I'm aware of. My mom will always tell me, like, I'll say, like, yeah, I don't know why, because I've had this conversation with her. She doesn't want to have it, but I have it.
Yeah.
And I've told her, like, yeah, I never, had any accidental pregnancies or whatever, Mom, and I was fucking a lot, in my 20s. My partner in high school, she had a pregnancy. We had already broken up, and we kept dating. Well, we kept seeing each other for like a year and a half afterwards, because when you're 19 years old, like, that's all, this.
That happens even when you're 16.
Well, in the sense that, like, you haven't had that many people make you bust a fat nut. And so, like, everyone you talk to, like, even if you guys have issues otherwise, it's like, this is good. We should keep doing this. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of, I would go visit her for, like, long weekends and stuff.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so there was a pregnancy scare there, which was tough. But I wasn't, like, an asshole about it. But I definitely wasn't, like, emotionally supportive and financially supportive in the way that I could have been. We had, like, an on-again, off-again thing where, like, we'd be good for a month and we'd be bad for a month.
Yeah.
When she told me we were in a bad period.
Yeah.
And, yeah. I did get to apologize to her at one point years later, but, yeah, it sucked. But she, she's, as far as I know, happily married with kids now. So, I didn't destroy her life or anything, thankfully.
Yeah, I think my brother or my mom was on, like, the patch or whatever, and my mom was on the pill when she had me.
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't even know, her words, that she was even pregnant with me until 5 months in.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So, she was still, drinking and smoking, whatever, and just didn't know I was in there.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. I honestly, Rebecca's thankful every day that I'm not worse.
Yeah.
Because for 5 months as a fetus, I've just been fighting God's hardest battle.
Do you ever, you forget to wipe the pee off the toilet seat or something, do you ever just say, "Blame mom"? That was that pack of Marlboros in the fourth month that.
No, it would be more the moments where like, oh, what back when movies were physical. I'm like, what movie am I gonna watch tonight? And then I look in the fridge. That's when maybe that type of shit would come up. Just like, I don't want to watch Burrito again. And then I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
How often do you guys watch movies together? You guys like going to the movies?
We try to go to movies if like something like we went together for. No, I went myself for Megalopolis, and then I went with Cade for Joker Part 2.
Yeah, you and your brother go to a lot. I know. Basically, whenever like a big director comes out with something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just I really can't remember. I know we went to a movie recently. I just forget what. Something this year. And I know we went to like the I ca- thanks mom. The Native American movie from last year. Why can't I? I'm gonna be resourceful and go on my phone, which I don't know why is a crime to be on your phone.
It's not at all. Our brains don't work.
Some people think it is a crime. No. It's the worst thing you could do.
No, and I think in good relationships you understand that like you gotta look at stuff occasionally. It's a fidget toy.
Oh, this is a work thing, not a human, not a real human. Yeah.
No, I think about that a lot when I'm having like when I'm on. I mean, obviously on dates and stuff, trying to make an impression. Go ahead.
I don't even need to look it up. It's Killers of the Flower Moon. I saw Killers of the Flower Moon with Rebecca.
Yes. I've tried to. I've had a lot of moments recently where I'm like, I would like to look at my phone right now, but instead I look up and I'm like, that's a nice cloud.
Yeah.
You ever do that?
Yeah, in 10th or 11th grade history, I had the teacher who would say, to not like look at other people's paper or whatever technique. He'd be like, look at the ceiling, watch the answers percolate out of the sky, pull it. So yeah, that and like when you're at a urinal, I don't. People who look down bother me. You gotta look straight ahead or up.
I love making eye contact with men in the bathroom.
But not with your own dick, though, right? You're not looking.
When I'm at the urinal.
Yeah. Are you looking down?
Only once. Yeah. See, the thing is, I have a lot of pants that like easily.
You're gonna piss on the pants.
Yeah. If I get splashback, then I got like. So I didn't learn this, and maybe you are. Tell me if you knew this.
I might be an advanced peer.
Possible. So, for the longest time, as a taller individual as well, you know how they have the urinal set up where like they're all like, waist high, and then there's like the kid one?
Yeah.
Well, I would always go to the kid one.
What you freak.
Because in my mind, I'm further away from the pee where it's landing, so it's less of a chance of the splash. But I found out, someone told me, and it's been true, that's why guys like lean in, because it dissipates and you don't get as much splashback because it doesn't travel as far.
Yeah, I stand pretty close to it.
I didn't know this. I needed to like I don't know, pay more attention in physics or something.
Yeah.
So I've been getting a lot more splashback on my pants throughout so now I'm like traumatized, right? So now but I mean it led to me being better as far as like not just doing like the 2 shakes and a squeeze. Oh, this is Harry because he comes up and grabs my fucking leg. The 2 shakes and a squeeze, but I also am now like a toilet paper guy. So like obviously it sucks you can't do it at a urinal unless you bring your own. But like men should be wiping their penises more often.
Yeah.
Especially, I mean, I don't know what you got. We haven't actually gotten to that point in our friendship yet. I'm a mutilated individual. So
I'm from the cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for us, it's a little
easier.
But like, I think if you have skin there.
Oh no, you're getting all types of buildup. Oh my goodness.
Bro, not the microphone. Not a toy.
That was cool.
Cats rule.
Yeah. There's Yeah. So do you have a bidet set up there, or just prefer it when it's available?
Oh, I got the bidet set up.
Yeah. So I don't have the bidet set up, so I'm like, gotta have flushable wipes.
Yeah.
I don't trust like getting the TP wet. I don't think that does enough. And I want all this shit clean.
I've been trying to convince my brother to get a bidet. This is a man that hangs
Brain.
AI generated dragon art up in his bathroom with red mood lighting. So it's tough to get him to embrace
Just
European ideals. he's as American as can be. You know what I mean?
He's in the chamber.
Yeah. He wants it raw. He wants
Yeah.
Always pissed me off when we were younger because he would clog the toilet all the time. Not because he was taking monster dumps, but he never learned to fold toilet paper. He just did like the ball and just like basically like creating like a loofah of toilet paper and just hoping that the ridges do all the work.
That's fucking awful.
Did you share a toilet with your brother growing up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So being the younger brother, I got pissed off when he would just go in the sink. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Based.
Like I wash my hands.
But you shared the sink.
Yeah.
We were privileged shits. We had our individual sink, so he could be disgusting in his, and I could.
Yeah.
It was just, he just never lifted a toilet seat in his life. I'm pretty sure that man. So.
Yeah, I after living at Oregon State was with my girlfriend and lesbian roommates. So I was the only guy. I learned that toilet seat and I never stood up in that house. I always sat down every time I went into that room.
I've gotten into that habit just like as an adult. I feel like that makes me a good feminist.
Yeah, I consider myself an ally when I can.
I don't eat pussy, but I lift the toilet seat up.
Horrible take. Why?
Okay.
Do you get gagged out by it? Or?
No. I just I do, but I'm just bad at it.
What do you mean? How are you just like so aggressive where like you're doing it in a way that it hurts, or like are you doing too much suction, which actually becomes painful?
Because it's different for everybody, right? Like some people like a lot of pressure, some people don't, and so I'm just but I feel like it's so much easier to suck a dick. Like maybe I should just get into that.
Well, yeah, I mean, the dick being external really helps.
It's just the more you're choking, the better it is. But like that's not necessarily the case with a clitoris,
Yeah. Okay, well,
I'd
much rather hear you're bad at it.
You know what it is, dude. I think a lot of my partners have been like they're anxious individuals or whatever, and so I just need. It's tough going down on a girl that's not like a freak or like very vocal or like dominant.
Dominant, yeah.
Because they're gonna be so passive and like you need some sort of feedback, right? And if they're not writhing, like you don't know. I don't know what I don't know.
So you like a lot of noise.
I'm a talker.
You're a talker.
Yeah, absolutely. I need some audio feedback, yes, because otherwise I think my brain starts to wander. And I get distracted, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, you want to play video games instead? Because I'm just sitting there like, I don't know.
I think for me, before I have like a stable partner, getting to that space, that's the one time where I could convince myself I'm already doing a good job, otherwise I'd be told otherwise. Mm-hmm. So it would only make it worse to have no confidence in it. Yeah. So I don't need to hear anything, and I actually hear too much noise to me comes off as fake.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's both. I've definitely had partners where, because part of it, I think of it less as fake and more as like, I've been with people who their own moaning, myself included, gets them off.
Yeah.
You're doing it to get yourself, like the vocal stuff.
They get more into it.
Yeah, so it's like.
Sure.
Yeah. But I will say, you being a young man, if you're eating box in high school, you are Casanova. Like, high school dudes are not going down on girls. Like, that's not a thing that happens, I don't think.
No.
So if you're a young person out there listening, learn how to eat pussy.
Yeah.
100%. There's videos on the internet.
Yeah.
They'll teach you. Don't you fucking unplug that microphone, you little son of a bitch. You little son of a bitch.
I have it in my head already. Lloyd's gonna be the more problematic one.
Lloyd is the one that gets into all the nonsense. Your butt smells too, dude. Yeah, you got all the dingleberries. That's just a recent thing. I don't know. I changed up their diet recently, and now they're just like stinky. Maybe it's
Because
just
they're off the kiddie food.
they're off the kitty food, so now they got stinky turds and messy butts. I don't know.
Boys being boys.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't. You could.
You can be as physical with them as you want and remove them. You can scruff them, let them know that you're boss.
Yeah.
They're very receptive.
I don't mind them doing the clawing on my clothes, just on my legs.
Yeah, I mean I'm decently scarred up.
Yeah, I see. I think I'm gonna get a rabbit next year. I think that's gonna be the first because we fostered a dog for 2 weeks briefly, but Rebecca was not ready.
Rabbit's a good entry pet.
Yeah, and plus that's her favorite animal. So.
You can they can run around too. You can pull it out the cage.
Oh yeah. No, I want to be out of the cage, but I want to go to the new place where I know where all like the little hidey spots are.
Yeah.
Get them rabbit proofed and get all my wires rabbit proofed, and then I'm good to have a rabbit.
I feel like you'll always have like a little bit of. You'll think you're ready, and then there'll be spots.
Things.
There'll always be spots. Yeah.
I mean, we had my dog Eleanor, who when we got her would always hide under my mom's bed.
Mm-hmm.
And when we moved out of that house, we just saw this massive pile of ancient puppy turds just under that bed. That was the secret shit spot before she got potty trained.
Incredible. Because it just smelled like shit for like the first month, and you're just like, I don't know, maybe something.
And it went away for, a year.
Once they dried.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
I don't know. I'm leaning towards if, like, available, I'd rather have 2 kids, but I don't want to have 1 kid, and 0 kids is becoming more likely as the world turns.
Yeah, all my my friends with kids, I feel like, well, my one friend with kids. Let's be honest, I got like 2 friends. It's like you,
Yeah.
Ty,
Eric.
Yeah, Eric's the third. Mike. I got a few homies, but those are the people that I talk to,
Well, because
semi regularly.
It's just like old Discord friends now, just like have families and just gone. Yeah.
Everyone, or they're just in long-term relationships,
Yeah. It's also tough, like, younger, because the parents, like, each parent still wants them to visit them more, so they have less free time for, like, their friends if they're being demanded to come home.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out how to visit my brother for the holidays because he's still on probation, so he can't leave the state.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is he up in Oregon or Idaho?
Washington. And so we were talking about going to Arizona where my folks are at, but they said like, yeah, we'll let you do it, but you still have to take a P test, so you would be missing a P test, and that comes with a 2-month extension on your probation, and it would be up like next like October or something, and it's like, no, I'm not gonna do that. like the idea that like they're like, well, you could try and find a place, because it's through some company or whatever.
Good premise for a movie. I was 1 day away from being set free from probation, but I had this P test. But I have to stop my ex's wedding.
It's the whole thing where like you're running around with like the jar.
Yeah.
In, like a new town. It's a road trip movie. He has to get to the next town before they close to drop off his piss.
Yeah.
I feel like in Arizona they probably don't even have like those facilities available. There's probably like one place downtown Phoenix, like legally required. They're just like, fuck you.
Yeah, I can see that being the next, or like an '80s Chevy Chase movie.
Yeah.
The Pisser.
Do they do movies? It would be like a TikTok movie. There's people making like 10 to 15 minute movies on TikTok, aren't there? Like,
how long?
Stay tuned for part 2.
I was gonna say, how long does TikTok go? Like, how long?
I don't know. You're not on TikTok?
No.
Why not? That's your.
I'm too old.
There's no sports talk.
Oh yeah, there is, but I get those through Twitter.
Oh.
Although I think, what's the new thing? Blue Sky.
Yeah, I'm on there.
I think I'm ready to go to Blue Sky.
You're gonna set up a podcast, Blue Sky. I don't know is it open? Do you know? Or are they still doing invites? For a while, you had to have an invite in order to get on there.
Oh, it must be open now because I know one of our friends is on there. It's got to be open. I feel like two minds. We could be more universally appealing and talk about Halloween being next week.
Halloween is next week. You got a costume?
So me and Rebecca have been texting all morning because it was gonna be.
You know what's fun though? Real quick, sorry.
Yeah.
It's so funny when we try and make it like relevant because then the podcast doesn't go up for like 3 months.
This is going up today. That's what I'm talking about. Otherwise, I wouldn't say it's Halloween. It's going up today, Friday, October.
We do like playoff predictions and then it's like next season.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down to do an NBA preview. We're in the midst of football.
Yeah.
I'm down. I can go that way. Halloween. Talk about why Kamala Harris is 101% Hitler.
I can do a little sports. Let's do Halloween. Did you have a costume? What are your Halloween plans?
All right, Halloween. So initially it was gonna be do Bad Blood with Bravo Fox, yes. But then he needs to do it at 4:30. So now we're gonna do the shopping tomorrow morning.
Gotcha.
And we had like a bunch of ideas before, but today we finally put them down on paper. So what we got?
Oh, you get to do couples costumes.
Oh yeah. Last year we were Professor Membrane and Gurr from this cartoon called Invader Zim.
Yes.
So we got C-3PO and R2.
Nice.
Waldo and Carmen Sandiego.
When you list these off, can you tell me who's
who?
Yeah.
All right, C-3PO. Initially I thought I was gonna be C-3PO, but she would rather be C-3PO, so I'll be R2.
Yeah.
Beep, boop, boop, beep.
Yeah.
Waldo and Carmen Sandiego. Toad and Yoshi.
Wait.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be Carmen Sandiego?
No, I'll be Waldo. Oh, sorry. I'll do it for everyone. I'll be Waldo.
Oh, okay. Don't want to assume.
Toad Yoshi. She'll be Toad. I will be Yoshi.
Both gender neutral characters, so yes.
Yes.
Gender neutral. Non-binary. Gender neutral is like.
That's my political stance.
I was gonna say that's like some tech for Smash Bros. Been working on my gender neutral.
That dude, Salt and Magi could teach us a lot about gender neutral. It was so that came about because in Mario Party 5, apparently, if you play like as teams,
yeah,
the game gives you little team names. And if you play as Toad and Yoshi in one team, they're called the Cute Buddies.
That fucking rules.
It's fucking awesome.
That's actually really sick.
So yeah, we're gonna be the Cute Buddies is an option. Woody and Bo Peep from Toy Story.
Nice.
Me as Woody.
Nice.
Pim and Charlie from Smiling Friends. Me as Charlie. Her as Pim.
Yeah.
Fred and Daphne from Scooby Doo. Me as Fred. Her as Daphne.
He's got a lot of couples out there.
Yeah.
Take some fucking notes.
Cruella, DeVille, and Hades as like Disney villains. Yep. Me as Hades, her as Cruella. And Flower and a Bee. She'll be the sexy little bee, I'll be a flower.
It was all these like fun characters, and it's just like, I don't know, whatever's at the store.
Flower and Bee.
Are you playing those new Mario parties? That new one just dropped on Switch.
No,
the online one.
I still only play the first 8. God damn it. Yeah. Oh, do you have it for your Switch?
No.
I can get it for my Switch.
I mean, I just thought, I didn't know if you were like a Mario Party loyalist where you played like where you're playing the new ones, or it was like...
as soon as in 9 where you're in the fucking car together and there's no
longer
competition.
That one sucks. But Superstars was...
I played Superstars.
It's cool. It's because it's all the old
Because it's all the old stuff, yeah.
Yeah. I want to get that one. This new one seems cool too. It's got a lot of like... people have been pretty positive on it.
People have been positive, but then like... I've seen clips of the minigames, and the minigames look whack. Like, there's
like
one...
the new ones they've added?
Yeah. Just, like, there's one where it's literally, like, you can't tell what's happening if you're just watching, and only the players would know, but you stand between this slapping hand, like, fucking, Jackass style,
mm-hmm.
and you do something that causes the hand to slap the other player or not.
You got any, ad reads?
I mean...
Not anything offhand?
As always, we got BlueChew, promo code PC10+. Not 10 minus. 10 minus is for criminals.
CP10+.
CP10+. Yeah. Did I say PC?
Yeah.
Yeah, CP10+.
Yeah, we're definitely not PC.
No. We're chaotic pussy, not. I don't even know what PC would stand for.
CP10 Plus for 10% off.
Lloyd.
I gotta restock.
Lloyd.
What's he doing over there?
He's eating
the cardboard.
No. The paper towels. You don't want that in its fecal matter.
Son.
He's over it. He's not listening to you.
You know what it is I never have anybody over here.
Yeah.
I like that you knew that it was Lloyd, though.
What did I... Check the tapes. I knew... Yeah, look at them. Guilty. As a guilty man.
It's... Because the same thing happens, like, when they have energy... I need, like, a lav mic or something.
Yeah.
Clean this up first.
So yeah, we're leaning towards either Waldo and Carmen Sandiego or Toad and Yoshi.
Gotcha.
I might just run the cute buddies. It's a good idea. But I think Yoshi is definitely non-binary.
Yes.
Can't speak for Toad because Toadette exists and there's like the Mickey Minnie Mouse thing going on with them.
Yeah. Yeah, the cats will hear because, you know, I don't talk to myself that often. And so, or at least out loud.
Mm.
Besides just saying I want to fucking blow my brains out, but that's just like an offhand, like,
Yeah.
as I'm walking over to do the dishes.
Yeah.
Just like fucking kill me. So, but if they have energy, which they do this morning, and obviously someone else being over here, them hearing us talk riles them up because normally if I'm talking to them.
Yeah.
So they hear my voice and they're like, what? They don't know what to do exactly. So, yeah, I've never seen him. He's done it with the toilet paper and stuff, like sneakily, but that's the first time I've actually caught him in the act with the paper towels.
Yeah.
Fucking monster. Yeah, I don't have any Halloween ideas yet. I got a couple mullets.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put those on for the.
Should be an 80s hair metal drummer or something.
Yeah. I don't know. You know, a lot you can do with the mullet. But put that on. See how that looks. If it's a Halloween episode, we should have costumes.
Sure.
You're
Yeah.
trading me, actually. You put
Put the one that looks exactly like my hair on. Get out of your mind. No, I'm like.
It's just like extensions.
Do you know the cartoon Homestar Runner?
I am very familiar with Homestar Runner. Yes.
I'm Limousine.
Yeah. So, to my understanding, these are like real wigs, not just Halloween wigs.
Yeah.
So there was some woman named Betty or something that wore these out. You gotta leave that on.
Dude, it's insanely itchy, my god.
Oh my god.
You could double it.
Oh my god.
Listen, my hair's already long and stupid.
Yeah.
And if I'm going as Waldo, getting a haircut. You were talking about having grays in your beard with Mike.
Yeah.
I'm already like my hair's long, but I self-perpetuating fear of like it's gonna get thinner, and then I know the end is the clock is ticking. I didn't think I'd have this at 24, given all of my family.
Your dad's bald?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You started balding since 22 years old.
Yeah.
Cade was balding at like 17.
Yeah.
And then both of my grandparents were bald by 25.
I mean, I've had the thought, you know, I think you could rock a Jake the Snake look for a number of years. Like, I thought, because I get lazy and I try and shave my head once a week, but I'd like to grow out the, if I could teleport in time, like 6 months.
Yeah.
And like have like some like kind of wispy, nasty thing back, I might do that just for like a like a little punk look or something.
Yeah.
But I just don't want to have that in between period, you know.
Yeah, no, the in between. That's why I'm still clean shaven.
Yeah.
Because I just hate the
right
in between.
You can see my beard has been shit for like the last month or two. Just a nightmare, sir. Thank you.
So weird. That's like Cade's hair when he was like 14.
You having flashbacks?
Yeah.
Trying to fuck me or fight me now?
I wouldn't fuck my brother. That was a really weird moment to pull that one.
He was rocking a mullet in high school.
It wasn't quite like that in the front, but in the back it was pretty much that. It was a little more, uh, you know, Beatlesy at the front. And so this is the best weekend of sports in my opinion because playoff baseball, World Series, first weekend of basketball, and week 8 of football, which means there's no buys.
Oh,
the only thing that's
it's like you're starting to see who's coming together as far as the season goes.
Yeah, the only thing that's bad is that this is a Israel World Series.
What do you mean by that?
It's Yankees, Dodgers, and it's 2 of the top 3,
do
salaries.
They have the biggest Israeli fan bases. Is that the case?
I mean, New York must.
Oh yeah.
You have to assume that.
Oh yeah. There are a lot of Jews in LA.
There are a lot of Jews everywhere. They try to say like they're gone, but they're prominent.
I was talking to some buddies yesterday, and they were saying it's like the estimate is like 25 to 30% of Israelis are support Palestine in whatever metric you want to define that as. But I don't know if that's like a paying lip service, but still talking to your Zionist family members. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I've heard that IDF soldiers are now like down, like having suicide problems, and it's like,
fuck yeah.
I'm like, let them.
You see that article in the New York Times or whatever, where they're talking about how they were all depressed and sad from the war.
It's like, oh, gee.
Aw, gee, who would have thought running over 5-year-olds made me feel bad? I can't even eat a burger anymore.
So that was politics.
We can go all the way back. It was like, it's been 6 months. There's been pagers exploding. We got a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Before we podcast, we thought Joe Biden was going to be the one running for.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, that stuff's getting more and more depressing by the day, man.
I know.
Especially as we're getting closer, because it's always the case, right? Where the Democrats will always appeal to the imagined like centrist or like undecided voter.
It's just so crazy where it's like you have so much that want one thing that you're not giving in order to appeal to 14 maybe swing voters.
So literally nobody.
Yeah.
And I mean, but it appeals to the people that are donating, right? Like that's what that is. Democrats love to lose elections. They don't want to be in power. It's easier for Democrats to sit back and say, man, gotta vote more for us next time, and then we'll be able to give you, X, Y, and Z.
It's so San Diego Padres where they just have loser energy. Democrats just...
They've never won a World Series, right? The Padres?
If they did, it was a while.
Yeah, I don't think they have, because, there's an aspect of my brain whenever we're doing this that like I feel like I shouldn't consume other podcast content because I feel like it's like influencing me in a way. Mm-hmm. But maybe it's also a good thing. But the Mega 64 boys, one of them, Sean, is a big podcast or a Padres guy.
Yeah, they've never won a World Series.
Yeah.
Dumpster franchise. Couldn't fucking take out the Dodgers.
They're NL, right? So we could have had Padres Guardians World Series.
Oh, we could have.
Damn.
But no, we had as soon as Ohtani went to Dodgers and Aaron Judge resigned, it was made.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it sucks because playoff baseball is insanely hype, but it's just this is the two worst teams. And anyone who thinks that people complain about last year's World Series, it's a different complaint compared to this year, where this year is just like, much like politics, just evil versus evil always. Mm-hmm. In my sports fantasy, I need that to not be the case. Like, it's fine in like football where we had an evil Patriots regime and now it's the evil Chiefs regime. But it can't be like the opponent is also like just as bad.
Since we're in the worst timeline.
Yeah.
With
politics, sports, and culture.
Well, yeah. It all.
It's all.
Video games have been pretty good recently, though.
Recently, yeah.
So but I'll get to that. The election sucks.
Yeah.
Baseball sucks.
Yes.
Update me on football this season. So my fantasy team is 1-5, which pisses me off.
Well, because you went
Or
with the
1-6.
Dolphins this year, and the Dolphins are a joke because Tua got hurt.
Is he done now? Because he had I know his whole thing was that like he was getting a lot of headaches.
A lot of headaches.
But last year he managed to not get any headaches, or at least play with the headaches.
He did. I forget the term of being in a certain position where like he got hit so much his fingers like convulsed and stayed in this position. Yeah, he seized up. But the thing, he's coming back.
Okay.
But he's not gonna wear a Guardian cap on inside his helmet for his head because he says.
Wait, what's a Guardian cap?
It's a thing that like just cushions the impact more to protect your skull.
They just do that for people that already have bad brains. It's like instead of just everybody wearing one, it's like, well, let's do this for you.
Well, I think every player has the option to wear one.
Oh, okay.
And it's just not as often for quarterbacks because they have to talk.
It's just pussy shit.
They have to talk and hear all their players, but
okay.
Yeah, he's like, no, I need to talk and listen to my guys and whatnot, so I'm not gonna wear it.
Nice. Yeah,
so that's why Tyreek and Jalen Waddle's not doing anything.
Yeah, my team sucks.
Yeah.
But like, so if we're going for the worst timeline for this season, what teams are going to be in the Super Bowl? Because
worst timeline teams in the Super Bowl would be Chiefs again for the.
But Mahomes hasn't been playing well.
No, Mahomes hasn't thrown a touchdown this month. Which you want to guess who drafted Mahomes?
I don't know.
Cade.
Oh, nice.
So Cade's pissed.
That's what he gets.
And he's riding Geno Smith with the Seahawks now. He's actually been good for fantasy. But yeah, worse NFC. I would say for most people, it would actually be the Niners just because that's what happened last year. Otherwise, everyone hates the Cowboys, so if the Cowboys magically not become dog shit, that'd be pretty bad. Chiefs Cowboys would suck.
Is there a realistic because like beginning of baseball, if you bet, I don't know what the preseason numbers were for who's getting the World Series, but I bet Dodgers and Yankees were top 3.
Yeah.
So like,
especially in conjunction.
Is there like a realistic scenario this season that could be awful for football for the Super Bowl?
Again, I think people, including myself, would not want the Niners back.
Yeah, but people don't like hate the Niners.
People don't hate the Niners worldwide, but they just hate seeing the same thing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So other NFC teams, people are wanting the Lions. That's like been the hero team that's been doing well that people want to see. Although, then for people who know, Hutchinson, who was like on track to be Defensive Player of the Year, got his leg snapped in half.
Jesus. Like a Joe Theismann, the quarterback that had that?
I know Theismann
40, 50 years ago.
Yeah, I know Theismann's leg ended up like over, but I don't know if it snapped in half like Hutchinson's did. I just know the leg injury is what took out Theismann.
I'm gonna look this up.
And then I think people would be fine with Vikings because Vikings have just been, no Super Bowl franchise, and they're good this year.
I need to get, as a boy who loves wearing purple, I don't know why I'm not a Vikings fan.
Yeah, Skull. Although they just lost, since this is coming out today on Friday. Yesterday, they just lost to the Rams, who have been injured. And
hold on, I'm watching this.
Got 1 win. Now 2.
I need the slow-mo. Oh, he's a defensive end?
Yeah.
What's great about this video, it's actually got a shot that's a close-up of his face.
Yeah.
So you get to see
his pain. Stupid idiot.
Yeah, that's the case around here.
Oh, I just realized you have 2 orange cats too.
I do. That video wasn't that graphic. It was no good. It's like there if you like slow it down super slow. Theismann, the quarterback thing, it's like it was on national. Are you familiar?
TV? Yeah. And Lawrence Taylor, I think, did it.
And they played it over and over and over again because they didn't have a protocol in place. And it's like his leg just literally goes.
Yeah.
It's like this, and then it's like this.
Yeah, it definitely is the thing where it breaks like halfway through shin, and like the bottom half is floppy.
God.
Yeah, so that's a shame for Lions fans, but the Lions are still good.
Mm-hmm.
It's just their defensive anchor's out. Otherwise, I think NFC generally has to be like the like protagonist conference, and AFC is the antagonist.
Gotcha.
So I think generally, besides Cowboys, much like Dodgers, like NL protagonist, whereas AL's villainous.
Gotcha.
Except for Dodgers.
What about basketball?
Basketball, we're just starting. What's the worst outcome? If we're living a worst timeline?
Well, let's keep it positive for a minute.
Sure.
Just give me your general vibes for this season. I watched a bit of the Lakers game the other night. Saw the history being made.
Yeah.
Bronny coming in.
They're gonna do nothing this year. So.
Does Bronny have a shoe deal yet?
No.
How long does that take? Do you got to win something? Do you think he'll just get one just off name alone?
I actually don't think so, because I think I'm still team, and I think most people agree he's not like that great.
Yeah.
So I don't think so, especially just compared to like, the John Morants, Tyrese Halliburtons of the world.
Yeah. It's just insane. It's the first time a father and son have been on the same team on the court or whatever, right?
Yep.
So like,
and I don't know if it's happened really since Ken Griffey.
In professional sports in
general. Professional sports, yeah.
Yeah. Him and his dad both being on the Mariners,
right? That or the Reds.
I don't remember. Oh, yeah.
Probably Mariners though. There was I don't know if Cal Ripken was with his dad or not. I don't remember. But yeah, first time in NBA history, man. Okay, what are your thoughts? Is LeBron the GOAT? Or are you still Team Jordan?
I remember talking about having flashbacks.
Yeah.
This was like the whole thing, right? Like when I was in high school, I remember a lot of LeBron versus Jordan versus Kobe.
Dude, much like always, the Kobe guy is just nope.
Yeah.
Kobe's not on that level.
Well, I think it sucks. I think when you die, people stop. I feel like the argument, I don't know. Anyways, it's who gives a shit? A good answer? I don't know.
Absolutely not for views.
All right.
If you came on ESPN First Take and they're like, "Hey, what do you think about LeBron's legacy?" I don't care.
I don't give a fuck.
Turn TV off.
I think because it's a team sport, dude. It's dumb. Yeah. It's dumb. It is stupid in a team sport to be like, who's the greatest player of all time? And also the fact that none of them played during the same era. Like, LeBron came in at, like, Kobe was already established, right? It was 2003, 2004.
Yep.
He had already won some NBA championships, right, at that point. I think they won in, like, 2000, 2001.
Yeah, he won 3 in a row.
Yeah, and Kobe was also the hey, we're going to take players straight out of high school. He was, like, the first guy to do that, right? Or at least in a big way. He didn't play in college at all, right?
He didn't play in college.
Yeah.
The first one, I think, was Kevin Garnett.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right.
But, like, that was very close to the same time.
It was like the same, or a year before.
Like the year before, yeah.
So, like, considering what they accomplished and at their age, it's Kobe, just because of how young he was when he was winning. But Jordan, obviously, he played in an insane time in the sport where it was just still so fucking physical. Like, guys were literally just getting the shit kicked out of them in the early 90s, between the Ewings and the Alonzo Mournings, all these big motherfuckers. Like, if you drove the lane, you were getting fucking smacked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's gone away, right? Now we have entered the flop era, and so but I don't know. I think for me, if you wanted to say who is the greatest player of all time, it's Larry Bird. I mean, it's Larry Bird. Like, literally,
he says as the sun makes him the whitest man alive.
I mean, it's Larry Bird. Like, let's be honest. It's like, I mean, I'm sure, I don't even know how many championships he's won or MVPs or whatever.
3.
3. Okay, so but just all of the stories, right?
Yeah.
About him calling his shots, saying, "Guess what's going to happen tonight in the game," and then it happens. Like,
no, he's definitely one of the most aesthetically pleasing players. With like both the, he saved basketball along with Magic Johnson in '79 because like basketball ratings were like plummeting.
Oh, really?
And then he came in with Magic and brought it back.
Because it was like they would. When was Dr. J? That was early 70s?
Dr. J, ABA was like the most like face of the league guy.
Yeah.
And then he went to the NBA and he went to the finals against Bill Walton.
Okay.
Bill Walton shut him down.
Love Bill Walton.
But Dr. J as an icon, yeah, Dr. J is the first guy with a shoe deal.
Yeah. Okay.
Like Dr. J is big.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, there you go. But I went. I like watching the Kings. I don't have it in me. I don't have enough brain cells. There's a new raid coming out in World of Warcraft, and so I got to. That's where like my focus and attention is right now. I'm memorizing, optimal patterns to do my daily quests, so I can only get in and out in 45 minutes. I don't have brain space to think about sports or anything like that.
Yeah.
I've been getting into Magic, buying a lot of Magic cards.
Yeah, I'm aware.
So, I got other things going on.
The other thing going on is just Sacramento State dicking me down. So my outlet is like gambling on sports.
Yeah.
So that's all I got.
Yeah. You're stuck in purgatory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, another cool thing about this particular Sunday is I'm going up against Cade in fantasy.
Hell yeah. Which leads me to our next ad read. DraftKings.
Yeah.
Get your bets in with code CP free. That's CP free. Get $50 free with your first bet. DraftKings.com/CP free. DraftKings.com/CP free.
I think I'm just gonna play the Shane Gillis sketch of like the DraftKings like watching your buddy lose. Just to life being changed.
Not familiar. Have you watched Tires?
Yeah, I watched.
Is that good? Should I watch it? I have it downloaded.
Yeah, watch it.
Okay.
It's got your boy Stavros in it too.
It does, yeah.
I mean, it's one of those things where if you want to see Shane play himself,
yeah.
It's pretty good.
But yes, you were saying sports betting something.
That's just the only thing I got in life. Which I've been actually also considering just going solo to Thunder Valley, and just in blackjack.
You want to go to? I'll go to Thunder Valley. You want to go?
Sure.
I like playing the slots and stuff. So, how does it work at the native casinos? Do you still get free drinks? Or is that
not to my understanding?
Okay, that's just a Vegas thing because I worked in like Nevada for a while at casinos and you just get alcohol. So I would put like $20 on payday. I would go down and pay like $20 at a video poker machine and get like 2 or 3 drinks while I was sitting there. And sometimes I won, sometimes I didn't. But I mean, I either paid $20 for my drink or I didn't. But like, yeah, I've since been to a native casino and I was kind of just sitting there for 5 or 10 minutes looking around like, anybody gonna take my order? Like, what's going on? But I've never been a big gambler. When I lived there, I mean, I worked at a sports book. Did you know that? Did I tell you that? So there was a while there where I knew something. It was fun because I worked with a bunch of old guys, and it was a bunch of old like retired farmers from like the Midwest, coming out, guys, good old boys from Indiana and stuff. Loved betting like college basketball games and stuff like that. The only real tip I have is that in college basketball, if you want a surefire bet, I saw it hit, I would say 75-80% of the time. If you bet the second half of college basketball games, whatever team is losing at halftime, if you bet them to cover, it's going to happen because kids are stupid. Like an 18, 19-year-old, they get up by 20 points, even if they're playing the most dog shit team in the conference or whatever.
Relax.
They take the half off. At least they take like the first half of the half off. So they come out of the locker room just chilling. They're already thinking about the party that they're going to go to later that day. And the small, market team or whatever, or small school like runs it up real quick. And so I saw that the losing team cover like so often, and it was because there was a guy. You know what a sharp is?
Yeah.
So there was a sharp who was one of my favorite guys because he's a professional or whatever, and he was never shitty with me. He always was like really polite with me and stuff. Yeah. He was shitty with some other people, but he liked bullshit with me. Big fat fucker, like maybe like 350. Yeah. Big dude. I guess he used to run
some sports books and stuff, but then, it's like once you're in the industry,
Yeah.
you always stay involved. But that was a bet he always placed, was like one or two of those every weekend or whenever he was playing. And so I started to notice that, and I was like, he hits these like the majority of the time.
I thought you were gonna go on the one that I've always heard about second half basketball, where after the second half, then you bet the over because
he would bet those sometimes too.
Yeah, because then the free throw numbers go up, so it's just easier to get points.
Yeah, absolutely. But no, specifically I noticed was always that whatever team, especially if they were getting like blown out at halftime, like they're gonna come back.
Yeah.
And cover the spread, but yeah, it's fun like betting parlays and shit, but that shit never hits.
Dude, me and Kate are trying to get this. We picked 2 anytime touchdown guys, so we need to have all 4 hit. We haven't hit one yet. Just last week, I finally hit both of my guys hitting. This week, I'll do, So, if you want to ride the Chaotic Pussy 4 to score parlay.
Chaotic Pussy! 4 to score.
And again, this is going to be for this weekend, so we're not going to be late. It will be AJ Brown at plus 140, Kyler Murray at plus 150, Kenneth Walker III at minus 120, and Tank Dell at plus 145.
There it is, folks. Mark it down.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else you need to talk about?
Well, I think it's fun to go over the work stuff, so...
No, that's the person,
Yeah.
The thing with work stuff, though, is that it's more fun to, like, name names. And I don't want to... I hate doing that on a podcast.
Name names.
Yeah.
The only thing I will say is, if the 8th grade want, I could be an ally for their causes.
You are starting a revolution. You can talk about you starting a revolution. Telling motherfuckers, like, hey, like, it's fun waking kids up to that kind of stuff.
So there has been a student tech use thing at where we work at, and obviously the middle schoolers are pissed about it. So I'm like, hey.
They're like mad at them using their phones after school.
Yeah. Just, and again, not during class, just like when learning is done, they're still getting told to put the phones away. So I've been telling them that, you may not have the power, but your parents have the power. And we have an administration team of 3 versus, like, for just 7th and 8th grade, like, probably 120 individuals that'll care and could write in.
Yeah.
So that's just something to think about.
You've been telling them, like, they need your parents' money more than they care about.
Oh yeah, we need your parents' money more than you need us to teach you.
I was going around yesterday and telling them straight up, like, you see those, basically just giving them some situational awareness tips. I didn't grow up on the streets. I don't have any real street smarts, but I live next to some motherfuckers that have, and so I've gotten to have some conversations with them. And I'm going around telling these kids, like, now listen, you see these windows? You can be seen from all of these windows. You go around that corner, nobody can see you. I was like, you see some of these girls over here, they've already figured it out. They got a backpack up, they got their lunch bag up.
Yeah.
They got a book next to them. So if anybody who's approach into them, and they can see, they're in the corner, right? They can see who's going to approach them. Yeah. If anybody's approaching, they can immediately put that phone down and pull out that book. Or have plausible deniability. You're sitting here in the middle of this fucking field, running around with your phone like a moron. This is how I talk to them. That's how I talk. I mean, you talk to them like they're real people, because they are, and they'll listen to you.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, like, once a kid gets to, like, 11 or 12 years old, like, you can talk to them like a real person. It doesn't matter. Like, maybe they don't understand everything you're saying, or, like, they'll give you, like, a but, like, you can be straightforward with them, and they'll, they straighten up, especially. I don't think a lot of our kids are used to adults talking to them like that. No. They're still kind of sheltered in a lot of ways.
Yeah. Well, the thing that's like, if you want a child to just freeze, then talk to them. Their minds short circuit if you unexpectedly just talk to them. Yeah. But yeah, no, there are times where, like, kids are like chasing each other with the phones, like taking pictures or
Yeah,
whatever.
that shit. I'm like, you're dumb as hell.
And I'm like,
what are you doing?
like, Mr. X is gonna see you from that window and
Yeah.
tell you to cut it out.
Yeah, the line that I give him is like, two things are gonna happen. You're gonna get in trouble, and I'm gonna get in trouble. I don't want either of those things to happen.
Yeah.
So put it away, or figure it out. And like them recognizing that I'm not trying to get them in trouble, and also like letting them know like I'm also like we're in this together.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like I'm not out here to fucking police you.
No.
I want you to be able to chill and relax. You just have to be smart about it.
Yeah.
You're not doing anything nefarious. You're just literally looking at whatever your algorithm's feeding you. I don't know what they're even watching these days, but
Yeah. That's when I'm ready for this point on. Just when I'm outside, because I've been moved to outside now.
yeah,
You're just gonna have more middle schoolers, I think, request to go outside.
yeah.
Unless someone you work with.
Well, it's also
tries
nice.
to
It's
stop
also
them.
finally it's not fucking 100 degrees outside.
Yeah,
It's
no,
nice-
so
it's
that's
nice
what-
outside at
yeah,
4 o'clock.
Yeah, I know. I like it. And I could just talk to our other coworkers about basketball.
Yeah.
And I'd occasionally just yuck a football 40 yards for them to not catch it.
You ever play Magic the Gathering?
I played it precisely twice. I went 1-1 and stopped.
Is it something you think you could play non-competitively? Like if I made you a deck?
It's one of those things where there are interests I have that I have a lot of knowledge on.
Yeah.
That are going to be a waste of time for you to have. I think Magic is just so much more complicated to me compared to Yu-Gi-Oh! That it's just not something my brain can hang on to right now.
You're an ultimate player, and I'm trying to get you to play Melee. Is that what you're telling me? In regards to Magic, you want to stick with your what you know?
Yeah, I'd say I'd go as far to say as Yu-Gi-Oh is Ultimate is harder to be good at than Yu-Gi-Oh to me.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh is just play the cards as you get them, basically.
Basically, with the green and purple cards have words you have to read on them, but the brown card hit you in the face.
I don't think I've ever held a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
You've never hold a Karibo?
No, I know Blue Eyes White Dragon. That's all I got.
Well, you got the best one down.
Yeah.
Besides Dark Magician.
Yeah. Dark Magician.
You never.
And-
You've been
and
online so much you haven't seen Art of Dark Magician Girl?
I have seen Dark Magician. I have certainly seen Dark Magician. And the You've Activated my Trap card.
Oh, yeah.
That's a Yu-Gi-Oh thing, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, my brother did the Pokemon when we were of age that was appropriate for it. Like 3rd, 4th grade. He spent all of his allowance money on the card, so I didn't have to.
Yeah.
Like every day,
Yeah.
we'd be walking home from school. There was a card shop like right next to the video theater, the movie rental store, and so we'd stop in both places, maybe get a game. But like he was always buying cards. I was like, sick. I'm gonna save my money and buy video games. I think he still has his cards too somewhere, but yeah, I started buying the paper Magic cards last month. It's sick just because I get to play with all the middle schoolers or whatever.
Yeah,
so, but time there might be limited, so I'm trying to recruit as many people in my life as possible to the. What I would love to get going is like a commander pod, which is like your group of 4 friends, or you could have more if people are switching in and out, and you just get together, once a month or whatever, and play, for a couple of hours, because commander games take a few hours typically, unless you're just running really high powered decks, just because there's so much going on with the turns and stuff.
Kitty's saying podcast over.
Well, we're hitting an hour. He's like, bro, it's time.
Pay attention to me.
But yeah, I just wanted to bring it up, here at the end, because if anybody's listening to this entire fucking thing, they are someone that I'm willing to give Magic cards to, so that we can get out of it. Come on. So that I'm willing to, say, hey, if you want to play, I'm putting together decks. Just reach out to me. I don't know if my chaotic pussy email is still good, but you can find me on socials at mrdream916. Slide in my DMs and let's jam some games, dude. I want to play with all this cardboard I've been spending hundreds of dollars on. So
I know he still has his cards. I don't know, because of his situation, he had much opportunity to play with anybody, but Cade was always a big Magic guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
We gotta get that going. We can't. Well, the thing is though, is that you guys got too much going on Sundays.
Yeah.
We'll have to figure it out. We'll have to wait for football season to get over.
Yeah, when there's a good chance this episode goes up and then we don't do one until like December.
Yeah,
and then the one after that's not until April.
That's exactly what's gonna happen. Plugs one more time. Did you have any dates coming up?
Going to a pumpkin patch with my girl I'm taking on Sunday, and then otherwise this will go up on Chaotic Pussy, but I'm also probably going on Winning Time Tapes. That's Winning Time Tapes.
Yeah, throw it up wherever.
On Instagram and Winning Time Pod on Twitter.
Yeah, follow the Instagram if you're not. Chaotic Pussy Pod with 3 S's. So Chaotic Pussy Pod, 3 S's. I think we're on Twitter, but nobody uses that shit anymore. Fuck it, I don't care.
Yeah.
And
then the YouTube channel for Winning Time is Winning Time Tapes.
We got a YouTube as well. I'm pretty sure if you just type in Chaotic Pussy Pod, or there's a link tree. I did do a link tree at some point. So if you go to the link tree, which is on the Instagram, you'll be able to find it. But yeah, until next time, CP enjoyers.
Yeah. We out.